Chacha Obi Biara Edeba a Daily TRENZ TV eso ensem IDTA o my Ghana eno ena yakeka abomu na yede bre ye tifo yensem re no na yense wadaje no yenko na nkuti ensem no enchemu
SARS. Yes, accused persons to meet various bail conditions abaye the order of the day, involving almost all security agencies in this country under this current administration. Name them: the BNI, EOCO, CID, National Security, the Office of the Special Prosecutor, and it has become a cause for concern. Now, many are just a private Ghanaian citizen by name Sophia Koko a filed lawsuit at the Supreme Court and seeking order. Say, an unconstitutional practice. Now, Adia, say, I reho na in all these issues, and say, after said these security agencies are placing these huge sums of money as bail terms on these accused persons, we near sign process for court. Now the charges to on so in order to secure bail, you sign the additional sums as an pay so. In the case of Yebra Hanan, former Buffer CEO, Ayine Hokeni, first of all, they were invited by EOCO. EOCO si achi womo ni a place bail sum of 50 million Ghana cedis e di ato won so e no mo yen kakra MBT sub bail condition no EOCO omo wie ye no a e na the attorney general e file 20 counts of charges e di tia womo e wa Accra High Court na hon so ya sa place additional 30 million Ghana cedis as part of the bail condition e was omiti e wa Accra High Court. In total na be 80 million for Hanan and Nigeria. Obomiti all these conditions we ya attorney general say charges am yanka same file here ma drop ni nyina because I don't have enough evidence. Or drop charges ni we ya na through EOCO ya sign area arrest wo a file another charges e dey tia wo a 10 of those new charges all charges no attorney general drop here na no so ya sign the additional bail condition of 50 million Ghana cedi e dey ato won so. Enti Yewura Hanan ne yire nko a 130 million Ghana cedis and in total eye bail sam nko a ye dey ato mu tutu e dey ntese basa. And you can go on and on and on. Yewura Gordon said be dey akon 5 million Ghana cedis, Adenta Kumi 3 million Ghana cedis. Yewura Osesi Beni gift your worry a total of 120 million Ghana cedis. Bail nkwa Yewura Maxwell Kofi Juma almost 80 million Ghana cedis. And so teya de ba 40 million Ghana cedis. Chairman Kwamba for Bronye in all the 3 arrests. Bail condition kwa totaling 15 million Ghana cedis. Chairman to me okodi EOCO aso ye na ye be yino ye nyino ono so free haba 60 million Ghana cedis all in bail. Baba Mando, David Asando, Achankwana na Professor Amiyawa Kumfi, the Sky Train case. And I make say you can go on and on and on. And see TikTok lady ya ono so ye chi ni. Say wa kan some dey tell my penny 1 million Ghana cedi and ye bail condition. Emo na Sophia Koko e dey akoda Supreme Court say. Sa dey na ekoso. Supreme Court hwe Ghana braso. Na on declare the unconstitutional the practice whereby security agencies which exercise police powers impose outrageous bail conditions without the involvement of the court in Ghana. And what the bail conditions imposed by EOCO, BNI, National Security, CID, etc. have largely been determined on a case-by-case basis and have become increasingly strict in recent high-profile financial crime cases, mostly involving officials who served in the erstwhile Akufo-Addo administration. To secure release, suspects generally must provide substantial financial bonds, often ranging from 10 million Ghana cedis to 150 million cedis, and secure reputable public servants or business executives as sureties. Suspects have largely been unable to meet these conditions, and their lawyers have had to file motions upon motions in the High Court to vary the bail conditions imposed by the arresting institution. These bail conditions imposed by security agencies exercising police powers have been criticized as unconstitutional and a breach of the fundamental human right of suspects, with cause to challenge the phenomenon in court. The writ of summons filed on the 22nd of May 2026 was signed by Bobby Banson, lawyer for the plaintiff, Sophia Koko, and the Attorney General is named as a defendant, including all security agencies. In all, the plaintiff is seeking 10 reliefs from the Supreme Court. Inti yan go through all the 10 reliefs. Bako. Na di se fata se nchirimu ba. Yan fa nchirimu ba. Inti the first relief no. The plaintiff is seeking a declaration that on a true and proper interpretation of Article 14 Clause 1 subsection A, C, G, Article 14 Clause 3, and Article 19 Clause 2 subsection C of the 1992 Constitution, that it is only a court of competent jurisdiction that can grant bail to a person on conditions set by the court, be it anticipatory bail or post-arrest bail. Enti nipa no de assembly court declaration di kan wo sikin say okay kan Ghana ye mamra constitution di adwuma aye Article 14 Clause 1, the subsections, Article 14 Clause 3, and also subsections, Article 19 Clause 2. And brother say, a court of competent jurisdiction, and the court to me say, or ma obi bail based on certain conditions. Some bail anticipatory, and I say a year post arrest. It is only a court of competent jurisdiction, and it was held to me. And here no Supreme Court of Heaven. After relief number 2. A declaration that on a true and proper interpretation of Article 14 Clause 1A, C, G, Article 14 Clause 3, and Article 19 Clause 2C of the 1992 Constitution, the right of a person to be released within 48 hours of arrest, unless brought before a court of competent jurisdiction, is unequivocal and not subject to said person meeting bail conditions set by the arresting entity or person. Where should you pa? Because the kind of pass a chairman want to me spend more than 1 week. It will be an BNI costume. Chairman Bafo spend more than 48 hours during the first arrest. Yeah, the Black Maria, and then the coordinator. It was CID custody. And the people spending more than 48 hours. It was EOCO custody because I want to me meet bail condition. And I was saying. Yes, sir. Now, a mamra, yes, I think him say in 48 hours of arrest, was in the panel, you release no. Now, and only I can't say because this is the case. You catch in the panel, BNI the panel, and the panel in the custody of CID. Yes, say on to me meet bail condition, EOCO, BNI, and CID, and national security, and the attorney, you know. Now, they are not for 48 hours. Not still in the panel in the custody. And you know, you can't say. It is a very wonderful declaration. Now the third declaration, what's a declaration? That on a true and proper interpretation of Article 14 Clause 1, subsection A, C, G, Article 14 Clause 3, and Article 19 Clause 2, C of the 1992 Constitution, no arresting body, including officers in a security agency in Ghana, has the authority to exercise discretion in determining the bail conditions of persons suspected of having committed or about to commit a crime. Yes, and this is a very, very important declaration. Supreme Court to change in my say, me arresting institution, ebia BNI, ebia EOCO, ebia CID. Mimi na mechire bail conditioner, me fan to nipa no a, ye say. Ye den tanse bia bono no so. There be send am another can. It is a chairman who to me no problem but me pay any bail condition to go 200 million Ghana cedis. But now many chairman and ku ye free. It will not the bail condition in 2 million Ghana cedis. Senate here. Is it based on the gravity of the crime being committed or purported to be committed and I say it is upon the discretion of the arresting body. The Supreme Court should come clear. Now the fourth declaration. A declaration that on the true and proper interpretation of Article 14 Clause 1 subsection ACG, Article 14 Clause 3, Article 19 Clause 2C of the 1992 Constitution, the conduct of police or officers of security agencies, certain bail conditions for persons invited in investigations, whether as suspects, persons of interest, or witness, is unconstitutional. The fifth declaration, a declaration that on a true and proper interpretation of Article 296C of the 1992 Constitution, an arresting officer of any security agency cannot exercise a discretion to set bail condition in the absence of any constitutional instrument or statutory instrument that governs the exercise of such discretion to determine bail conditions. The sixth declaration, a declaration that on a true and proper interpretation of Article 19(2)(c), read together with Article 14(3), in this digital age, the state agencies exercising police powers ought to use video recorded interviews (VRI) to facilitate realization of the spirit of the 48-hour rule and to prevent conditions that conduce to custodial dealings with persons helping in investigations. Yes, and also a very, very important declaration. And you know, 48 hours naso. Still ya no e was investigation tokoswa. Was didn't to use video recorded interviews. And from facilitating realization of the spirit of 48-hour rule. Yes, the panel and to meet bail condition and still I am keeping the person in custody. And no see here and no near here kwanya Supreme Court the first one make us. After you heard the seventh declaration. Was a declaration that the provisions of section 15(2) of the Criminal and Other Offences Procedure Act 1960 Act 30 are inconsistent with and contravene the spirit and letter of Article 14(3) and Article 19(2)(c) of the 1992 Constitution. You heard the eighth declaration. Eighth was it an order striking down the provisions of section 15(2) of the Criminal and Other Offences Procedure Act 1960 Act 30 as being inconsistent with and contravening the spirit and letter of Article 14(3) and Article 19(2)(c) of the 1992 Constitution. Now the ninth declaration, an order directed at all officers of various security agencies exercising police powers to comply with the spirit of Article 19(2)(c) by indicating in their invitation to persons required in investigation whether they are invited as suspects, 1. Persons of interest, 2. Witnesses, 3. Or facilitators, in order to facilitate the procurement of anticipatory bail by any such person. Very brilliant. Anti-security agencies, they say EOCO, they say BNI, they say National Security, they say CID, and no kaka hono. Or say, yama mrani mu na ho, say nipa no a me friend no. Me friend no say or a person of interest in a certain case. Me friend because or a suspect in that case. Me friend because or a witness in that case. Me friend because or be boa facilitate and you may be in that case. Say you be nipa no ba. Or be thoroughly prepared together with the lawyers. No one will say. or your suspect. Enti mame call for an anticipatory bail. He is just a person of interest. Enti mame nyani say. He is just a witness. Enti mame nyani say. But no one say. You actually say you have been invited. Nipa no ko dru ho wie ansa na ye hunu the situation of which that person is being invited. It creates so much mess. Enti bra no emamu na mu fine. Na ye hwe. And after in the last declaration na wo pe was an order of perpetual injunction restraining security agencies, including all persons exercising police powers, from certain bail conditions without the court's involvement for persons brought within their custody in investigations, whether as suspects, whether as persons of interest, whether as witnesses or persons facilitating certain cases. It was say, young fatabo and to all the security agencies, so say EOCO, say BNI, say diaben, young fatabo to on so. Na sata bolo nya juma enkosi say, the court of competent jurisdiction set bail condition now. These security agencies and to be person and set bail conditions and farmers any pay. Say nipa near suspect, say nipa near witness, say nipa near person of interest. There should be the presence of a court of competent jurisdiction working hand in hand with these security agencies to ensure that there is a setting of a bail condition on all these persons. And the BNI to me set a bail condition in the panimiti. X-ray and son attorney general akotrase akosese charges e dia koboni pan ne nipa no kokotwa court so asaya ma na committee another bail condition. Yes ana ase ye the bail condition no ya so twen and dia to say nipa so nti we asem a akopie mu e wo Supreme Court a very very interesting case. Se Ghana ni bia de ni di akire ye hwe se rule of law be ye juma na fe mra no so mu ada ho fenchem na nya se mra no ase enema bi akatakata so enti obi afa na o interpret said your penwa na in fact or the persecute instead of prosecuting.
Nemo started from January 2025. Na a car near hono 40 o share year to ho na 49.6 billion in dollars. 49.6 billion.
Okay, ti eno na wade atoso no.
We to buy hand kakra.
Gido manenko mensani faso kakra. Manenko mensani oti enti no public debt.
Ontwe ebia esa shit no.
Ontwe kosi. And I want to go the other side.
Aye lines no.
Aye.
Betuma configure bi ho.
Oh, okay.
Excel sheet no.
Figure be okay, but me right then was it bi mu kakra. Is figure be very very important. It would dey wo ye near starting phrase say total public debt said that we hold now work no.
49.6 billion.
February 2025.
Just say abai no be fa kunya no. For the same say January.
Yes.
It's that time me wo sika na stock e wo ho no.
Okay.
So no 5.
I can now hold 49.96 billion.
Debt.
Okay.
In terms of dollars.
Dollars.
And